first of it is, like Mats mentioned here, from a project called COTOUR, and it is Joakim Eskilsson from H&M, our partner, and Raul Carlson from Viktoria, Swedish that will give us a briefly overview over that project. And it is about developing H&M online services and sales into a circular business model concept, where the delivery of new goods brings back the used products and do that in a smart way. So I give the word to Joakim and Raul. Please.
Yeah. We will talk about the Vinnova-enabled project that Viktoria and H&M and a logistics company called Spring Mail is doing together. It is called COTOUR, and I will, since that doesn't say too much, I will also try to give you the name in full. Innovative circular fashion service based on online sales and returns. And of course we're happy that it's named COTOUR because it's very fashionable. Anyway, I will give the word to Joakim Eskilsson first, who is the head of the business to consumer transport group of H&M.
Thank you. First of all, very excited to be here today in this very interesting program. And also glad to get a couple of minutes to just talk about H&M and the partnership that we have together with Viktoria, Swedish ICT. But first, a quote from my CEO at H&M. Obviously, sustainability is a natural part of our business strategy, and we put a lot of focus into it on all levels in the company to help both internally and externally to understand the sustainability priorities within the H&M. We have defined 7 commitments on the sustainability topic. These are: provide fashion for conscious consumers, choose and reward responsible partners, be ethical, be climate smart, reduce and reuse and recycle, which we will come back to quite soon, use natural resources responsibly, and strengthen communities. These commitments guides our efforts to make our business and products economically, environmentally and socially more sustainable. And to fulfill these 7 commitments, we have an ongoing plan for activities, which we call conscious actions. Our conscious actions are reported every year in our sustainability report. And this year we published our 11th report, earlier this year in March. We're very proud of that, and this report is also part of H&M's commitment to be a transparent and honest and have a trustful dialogue with our various stakeholders. But back to our commitment: reduce, reuse and recycle. A lot of the textile products consumed in the world end up as waste, and the collection rate of textile products is today as low as 15%. Up to 95% of the textiles that are landfilled each year could be recycled. We feel that H&M, of course, as one of the leading global fashion retailers, has a big responsibility when it comes to trying to find new ways to take care of this. And maybe that's why we have, since last year, introduced a collecting unwanted clothes program, so to say, within our stores. We have done this project together with a company called ico, part of the Swedish group. and it's all about offering the possibility for our customers to hand over non-wanted clothes in our stores, which we then take care of together with this company, ICO, and send this back to the sorting facilities that they have, and the garments are then sorted in 400 different criteria. About 60% are then sent to second-hand markets all over the world, and the rest of it is reused into, for example, cleaning cloths, insulation, and recycled into new fibers. We are the first fashion company doing such a thing, and ultimately we are trying to close the textile loop. This is now rolled out in 97% of our stores, which we are proud of, and we will continue. But we have a high pace adding new stores all the time, about 300 a year, I guess. So it's a challenge to keep up with that pace, but we're trying. But then we also have this other important sales channel in the company, the online version. And since we strive to have cross-channel solutions in the company, we started to think, how about finding a way to do this even in the online channel? And then one day last spring, I received a phone call from my dear friend Raul, and he wanted to talk about circular business models, and I wanted to talk about recycling online. And I guess the rest is history, and you're the one to tell it.
It's history partly, but it's also the future, because we're in the beginning of this project. But maybe we should have that. Yeah. So the question is if that recycling can be adopted to online business also. And it's of course very simple at first. Anyway, so what is the sustainability challenges? And as you see, I start with saying sustainability challenges in circular business thinking. Because as Mats and also, your name? Tina? Sofia, sorry. Was describing, that is the kind of solution, but of course the solution always have problems within themselves, otherwise you would not do research. And there's also sustainability challenges also in the wonderful solution of circular business model and business thinking. So the first challenge that we are working with is actually, of course, the thing that we are dealing with a linear business model. We're dealing with fashion, and the first challenge is that around 95%, as Joakim told you, all textile and clothes goes to waste instead of being reused, recycled, or whatever. And there is a challenge to begin with. Everybody's taking them home, and they're ending up in all the different places that we happen to live with, and that is far away from each other, different, of course, different houses. And that leads to the second challenge, which has to do with logistics. Logistics will, if we are going to collect the clothes at our houses, that will be kind of a highly costly transport challenge. So what we are working with is that first mile, as we say, the first mile, where we eventually end up in a pile where regular logistics economy can work. And then we can start reusing and recycling. But the first challenge is the first mile there, and the second challenge is the first mile. So what we want to do is to not only solve this problem, there might be solutions to it, but also contribute to sustainable development. And what do I mean with that? This is for some of you who have been into the concept of sustainable development. We all know that, let's see, should I try? Yeah, it works. When economy grows, when a business succeeds and they sell more and more of the same things, the environmental impact also grows. And basically it's in the best case linear. And in this case, online regular business and consumer delivery, the more sales, the more impact. And if we are starting taking back everything, just double the transport, we should actually end up having twice the environmental impact, which is not what we are aiming at really. That would be the first problem of circular economy, introducing more transports everywhere, back transport. So our challenge is to actually decrease the environmental impact while increasing recycling, which is which makes it fun, because that's more difficult. And in order to make this a sustainable development, we actually want to succeed one step more. We want to actually decouple the relationship between economical growth and environmental impact in this specific issue. And that means that we will have to innovate to do that. We have to do something new that does not exist yet. So the targets that we're looking at is to, of course, increase by increasing recycling, to make fashion a circular idea, especially fashion that following the new online sales models, and also to innovate on the first mile transport efficiency. And that we have ideas yet, but as I said, this is the beginning of the project. We're not finished yet.
Hopefully we'll come back and present all the final results sometime soon.
Yeah, in the middle of it next year.
Thank you.